And I start crying and shaking. And my friend is like, "Why are you crying? It's okay." And
Please go and watch her video as it has a very important message in it. I want to put a trigger warning on this because this is a very difficult conversation. This conversation is going to deal with domestic violence, SA, miscarriage, and other atrocities that no one should ever have to hear about. But I faced every single one. People don't realize about domestic violence is every time you have an incident, it's like leaves a scar upon your psyche and your brain. And those scars, just like physical scars, they may fade, but they don't go away. No one's going to stay with someone if they hit them right off the bat. It starts out small and usually psychological. With every one of those put downs, downgrades, makes you feel unloved, unwanted, uncared for. Each one of them creates a new scar on your brain. And as things progress and get bigger, they create bigger scars that are harder to fade. It has been 30 years since I've been with my abuser. I can tell you exactly what it was like the first time he slapped me and I laid him flat. Because I was raised, you don't do that. Realized that wasn't going to work, he went into the psychological issues. Putting me down, downgrading me, making me feel isolated, alone, unloved, unwanted. And then he comes in, swoops in, is the hero. And then you have to rely on him for everything. He's the one that loves you, right? And every time he did anything to me, it left an impression, an imprint, a scar. Even though there's times where I think, oh, I'm over it, I'm not. Because I can tell you about every single time. Well, up until I passed out. Like the time that we were having a conversation in our bedroom, and I woke up to EMTs over top of me, bloody. I told them I was changing the light bulb above the bed, and I slipped and fell and hit my head. I can tell you the pajamas that I was wearing the night that I woke up, him sitting on my legs, beating my stomach, forcing me to lose the only chance I ever had at having a child. I can tell you about the time that we were driving down the road and where we were going. He didn't like what I said and took my head and plowed it into the dash of the car. I can tell you the complete events of the day when he broke into our house and decided I didn't need to be on earth anymore. Taking all the pillows and blankets and barricading my niece into the bathroom, telling her, get in the bathtub, only come out for the police. The shirt that he was wearing as he was on top of me. The smell of the book that he beat me in the head with. How cold the steel barrel was as it was put to my head. And the relief and terror as it clicked and misfired. Because I didn't know what was going to happen next. 30 years. I still don't sleep at night. I check the doors and the windows at least 2 to 3 times at night. Everything must be locked. Everything must be in its place. The dogs bark. I'm up. I'm panicked. Not being able to catch my breath. The rapid racing heartbeat. Rationally, I know it's not him. But the scars say different. The scars have dictated who I am and who I will become. Not that I wanted that. The longer you're in it, the bigger the scars get. The harder they are to fade. If you're in a DV situation, find support, find help, get out. Your life could depend on it. Mine did.